Welcome back to the channel, back with another video. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing building a personal brand and how to do that. By the end of this video, you should be able to build a personal brand visually and online and be able to grow it and grow your influence within the next 30 days. That's my goal for you. It's possible, guys. You can do it. So let's get into it. In order to navigate how to build a personal brand for your business and for your brand, the first thing that you need to do is to understand what personal branding is. Now, I did find a really great definition on Google Wikipedia that I believe was a really good understanding of what personal branding is, and I'm gonna read that for you. My iPad here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Personal branding is the conscious and intentional effort to create and influence public perception of an individual by positioning them as an authority in their industry, elevating their credibility, and differentiating themselves from the competition to ultimately advance their career and widen their circle of influence and authority. So I believe that this is an amazing definition because when it comes to building a personal brand, a lot of people think it is about visual. A lot of people think that it's about logos and websites and different things like that. But it is absolutely about creating a public persona or perception about what your brand is and who you are as a person. This includes integrating your values and integrating the things that you like and the things that are personal and unique about you as a person. So the foundation of any personal brand is a clear understanding of who you are as a person. So at the start of this video, you really want to take some time to think about the things that you value, the things that you like. I talked about this in another video. I'll post it here. So you want to think about your values. You want to think about what you're passionate about. You want to think about something that I like that Ali Abdal says on his channel is you want to think about your unfair advantage. What does that mean? That really just means that there is an advantage about you. There is something that you have that you can do that is distinctive of anybody else on the planet. And it doesn't even have to be that deep, really. It doesn't have to be that deep. It really just is, what am I strong in? What am I good at? What do people continuously ask me questions about? What are the things that people are always coming to me about in order to get, whether it's for free or they want to pay me for it? My unique and unfair advantage when it comes to my channel and my niche, or what people want to call a niche now, is branding, different things like that. And so I am now using my unfair advantage to add value to the lives of others. And so when it comes to building out a personal brand, you want to make sure that you are keenly aware of your unique advantage, your unfair advantage. It's not a competition, but what you do that other people would seek out your wisdom, your influence, your authority in, so that you can be of better value to the world. So these are things that you're just really good at, things that you love to do, things that you're passionate about, things that you can talk about for days, ages. If you meet somebody randomly, a stranger, and they start talking about this topic, this is what y'all can talk about for the rest of the night, and you'll be happy and you'll make them your friend afterward. I know y'all do that because I do that. So the next thing that you want to do when it comes to building out a personal brand is to define your brand message. Your brand message is a message that you will communicate to your audience over and over and over. It's basically what you want to be known for. You're basically screaming to your audience, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. This is why you should follow me. This is why da 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 da. Well, you could just show people that this is what I'm good at. This is what I am unique at. And you're communicating that message through your brand. So you're basically going to be communicating the same message in various forms. So I'm a brand designer. I'm going to be talking about all the hacks for branding, all of the things that you shouldn't do when it comes to branding, all of the things that you can do to elevate your brand. These are the ways that I communicate to my audience to bring forth the message that I can help you. I can solve your problem. So when it comes to your personal brand and your personal message, you want to communicate to them through your niche and through your content pillars what exactly that you can help them with. First of all, your profile needs to be optimized. Everyone knows now that you should probably optimize your profile. You should probably make sure that you have SEO and keywords in your profile in order to ensure that people are able to find you first and foremost. And then the second thing that you should do is to optimize your pillars and your content to make sure that it is attracting the right audience that needs the solution and the value you bring. Now, if you're an entertainer, if you're somebody that is funny, you're looking for people who want to laugh. You're looking for people who want to be entertained. These are people that are looking for the certain keywords were funny, comedy, entertaining, different things. They're looking for a certain niche. And so you want to make sure that when people come to your profile, you match that niche. So actionable tip is to come up with 10 content ideas, 10 pieces of content, so that you can communicate to your audience what it is that you bring. So the very next thing that you want to do is to choose your platform wisely. So there's so many platforms that you can build your personal brand on. My personal insight is to choose one platform to build your personal brand on, 2 tops. If you're going to do that, if you're going to challenge yourself and be great, go ahead and be great, because it's a lot, but you can do it. So choose your platform that you want to build on. Choose Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or X now. We have Threads now, we have Snapchat, we have YouTube. Obviously YouTube is a great platform. There's a lot of production when it comes to YouTube, but it's really good to build an audience here on YouTube, because your audience is so cool on YouTube. Y'all are cool. I love y'all. Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and choose a platform to build on. And like I said in the previous, you're gonna start creating content within the pillars of the value that you bring, and you're going to begin to add content to that. So when it comes to choosing a platform for your personal brand, you want to make sure that you are on a platform that your audience is going to be on. Right now, a big platform that people are overlooking is honestly still Facebook and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really a great platform for people who are wanting to build a personal brand, but also wanting to establish clientele, get customers, and build a service-based business on LinkedIn. You need to build on a platform that your audience is actually going to be on. If your audience is on Instagram, they're into aesthetic, they're into vibes, they're into pictures, images, things like that, reels, things like that. If your audience is more into visual content, storytelling, different things like that, you probably want to get on TikTok. LinkedIn is more of a professional account, just building out a more corporate brand and more corporate audience. And a good rule of thumb to like really like get into where's my audience spending time at, where are they hanging out at, is where do you spend time, where do you hang out, and what are you looking for in a personal brand? Are you looking for somebody who is very put together? Are you looking for somebody who's more funny, more loose? Are you looking for a family girl, somebody who has kids, somebody who's married? Are you looking for Christian content? Different things like that. Like, what are you looking for? Where do you spend most of your time? And that's a good place to understand where you're going to build your personal brand. So the very next thing is consistent content, visuals, consistent aesthetics and visuals. Like, you really want to get into making sure you have the same fonts, the same colors, the same type of imagery, same style. This might take a little bit more research on your part when it comes to building that out. But for me personally, I work with brands and building personal brands all the time. So a lot of a brand is building a perception. So when you show up, you want to make sure you show up the same way every single time. And obviously over time, your brand can evolve and it can do different things, but you want to have starting out like a type of style. Like, you want to have, like, for YouTubers, we have thumbnail styles, we have video styles, we have lighting styles. For Instagram, I've seen people with reel styles, they use the same fonts, different things like that. Just really want to just dive deep into like, what's your style, what's your unique content type, and make sure it's the same everywhere you post it. You want to make sure that everything is cohesive and pretty much on point every single time that you're posting and doing things. In order to like really capture your personal brand and encapsulate like who you are as a person, you really want to like intertwine your style and the colors that you use and different things like that. So this is super important. I see a lot of people like skip out on this part, but building a visually aesthetic brand is super important for capturing a visually aesthetic space when it comes to social media. There's people who are so into like aesthetics right now, and so a way that you can thrive and a way that you can really stand out when it comes to building out your personal brand is to have your aesthetics on point, to have your content on point, the quality, everything that you do, making sure that it's intentional and that you're thinking it through and you're not just posting any little thing because you're just trying to get content out. Matter of fact, it is easier to have a system of colors, fonts, you know, your logo style, different things like that already kind of like done, so that you can quickly get through your content, quickly edit, like your editing style, different things like that. It's a no-brainer. You can just quickly get through your content. You'll be ahead of the crowd every single time, y'all. Like, do not sleep on visual aesthetics and making sure everything is cohesive. Don't just don't. Into my favorite part, which is the creating the content. So you're like, okay, I'm building a personal brand, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm making sure it's aesthetically pleasing, but how, Jannika, how do I do this? So I am going to tell you how to do it. So whether you're doing stories, whether you're doing Instagram, static post, in-feed post, what they call reels, different things like that, you want to make sure it all aligns with your passions, your values, who you are as a person, being authentic to you, yourself, and then also making sure that you include your unfair advantage. You want to make sure you're engaging with your audience and your community as you're building and growing. It's not just about posting, it's also about building relationships with your people. So my goal for you right now in this video is to create 10 pieces of content. So within your content, your 10 pieces of content, you want to make sure that 1, they're aesthetically pleasing. 2, they have your same fonts, same colors. 3, they include your pillars, your niche, the things that you said that you represent, the things that you say you value and your passions. And you want to make sure that all the content that you create within these niches are helpful and adding value to your audience, your target audience. So make sure that they all like incorporate all of those things. So once you do this, you'll have a bank of content, like a content bank to start with, and based off of those 10 posts and how they perform analytically wise, you can be able to check, look at the back end of it and see, did this perform well? Is my audience looking for this? Is this something that my audience likes? Did they like my personality in here? What cause is supposed to do good? What cause is supposed to do bad? All those things. You'll have data from those 10 posts that you create, and you want to have those posts created probably within the span of a week or 2. Try to batch it, try to do something that is going to make sure that it's like easy, systemize it in your head, systemize it in your mind, figure out a content schedule. And so the very last piece that I did want to discuss, which is super important, is to be authentic. I talked about this in another one of my videos about building a personal brand, and it is all about like being your authentic true self. Somebody needs who you are as a person and what you represent, the thing that you bring to the table, your personality, your laughter, your smile, or the way you style your hair, different things like that, the way you style your clothes. People are interested in that. People are interested in the day-to-day. Like, people want to know who you are as a person, and they want to know about the people that they're following and interacting with on social media. Because social media has become more like family, more like friends. Social media is connecting so many people on different levels through values, through opinion, through stances, and just the things that we all care about and value as humans. And so it is important to be authentic, understand who you are, and then really represent that authentically on camera. And don't be afraid, like, don't be ashamed of who you are. Like, don't be afraid to just be, baby, because we need that gift. And so it's important to just be yourself. It's important to just own who you are, embrace who you are, embrace the things that's in you that you want to do. The more that we hide and the more that we like suppress who we are, it's hurting us. And so as we begin to embrace that, as we begin to, come from hiding, come out of the shell, then we'll begin to really understand who we are and connect with that in a deeper way, So yeah, so that's key. Being authentic is like my number 1 tip for building a personal brand, because it starts with you, who you are as a person. It starts with you as the brand, because you are the brand. And so it's important to like really just lean into who you are and love that part of you, because this is the part that will be showing up the most online. This is the part that your audience will be connecting with. This is the part that is actually the thing that is able to be monetized, is the core of who you are. You can monetize who you are. You can get paid from being yourself. Everybody's doing it. So I encourage you to create those 10 pieces of content. Send a link in the comments below so I can check out your content, for y'all to check in and see what's going on with you. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments below, and give me a like, a thumbs up, and a subscribe if you love it here. Anyways, love you guys. See you.